The ASUS ROG Phone series has long been a staple in mobile gaming ever since the first one came out in 2006. The latest iteration, the ROG 9 Pro, aims to elevate the new direction they went with last year. A much more understated gamer-esque design language packed with the latest hardware, refined cooling solutions, and an improved camera system. But is it still the undisputed king of gaming smartphones? Well, let's get into it. ASUS continues the new direction pioneered by last year's ROG Phone 8 series. But this year around, the ROG Phone 9 Pro has a few more tricks under its panels. I'm sure you guys have already noticed this device still features the mini LED dots at the rear, but this time, users will be getting 648 programmable dots, essentially giving the secondary display here at the rear more pixels, if you want to think of them that way. The top portion lights up white, while the smaller area below is red. More dots give us more detailed animations and information when lit. The anime matrix gets animations for music playback, incoming calls, notifications when the screen is on or off, or even when playing games. We also get some use out of it when using the stock camera app for countdown timers, video recording indication, and reminding people to smile when taking a photo. It even features some mini games, which we can get access to through the Armory crate, labeled under Anime or Anime Play. It utilizes the air triggers for control, and we get 4 games out of the box. ASUS's own renditions of Snake, Space Invaders, and Pong. They even have a side-scroller, which is essentially the Dino minigame when Chrome doesn't work when we lack a network connection, which, come to think of it, was probably inspired by Super Mario. Like usual ROG Phone fashion, the 9 Pro features a USB Type-C port here on the right side for a more ergonomic experience when holding the phone horizontally. That also gets DisplayPort 1.4 certification for connecting it to external displays. At the bottom is the primary mic, main Type-C port for wired charging and data transfers, a dual nano SIM card tray, one of the stereo speakers, and lo and behold, the last flagship standing with a 3.5mm audio jack. Found on the right side is the volume rocker, power button, secondary mic for landscape orientation, and the aforementioned capacitive and gesture mappable air triggers. Lastly, up top is another secondary microphone for loudspeaker calls and video capture. And the second half to the bottom firing stereo speakers can be found in this subtly long earpiece cutout at the top bezel of the display. In terms of durability, that was some great center of gravity and balance over there. Good weighted phone. But in terms of durability, the front panel gets Gorilla Glass Victus 2, while the etched glass back panel here at the rear gets standard Gorilla Glass protection, carrying over the same design motifs from last year, although the good luck have fun little acronym is now found in the camera module with some ROG branding here at the corner with a red line accent that symmetrically matches with this slash line here at the middle of the back. And the phone's frame is made out of a very trustworthy aluminum. The ROG Phone 9 Pro is IP68 rated, making it dust-tight and immersible under fresh water of up to 1.5 meters for 30 minutes. At 227 grams, it's one of the heavier flagships in 2025, but ergonomics for a larger size phone do feel on point. All in all, for design, the ROG Phone 9 Pro can definitely handle day-to-day operations just as well as last year, with slightly more to offer. Those worried about the glass back can always opt for one of the 2 included cases in the box. One features an open hole design, and the other is translucent so they don't obstruct the mini LED display. But only this open hole case is the one we can use with the AeroActive Cooler X Pro. More on this later. Oh, and there's also this third case that totally disrupts the use of the rear display. But again, we'll talk about the accessories in a little bit. For display, the ROG 9 Pro sports a 6.78-inch Full HD Plus LTPO AMOLED display, boasting a wild 185Hz refresh rate, a wide color gamut, and HDR10 Plus support. ASUS has also fine-tuned the touch latency with a 720Hz touch sampling rate, making it even more responsive for competitive mobile gaming. With a peak brightness of 2500 nits in the extra brightness display mode, outdoor visibility is excellent. We also set our display picture profile to cinematic throughout our testing, but what really adds to the experience when it comes to consuming video content has to be the loud and full stereo speakers. It provides a very whole sound with subtly clear highs, full mids, and bass present. But if that's not enough, for even more immersion, users could plug in their favorite pair of headphones or earphones or connect wirelessly to take advantage of the 32-bit high-res and high-res wireless audio certifications found in the ROG 9 Pro. For biometrics, the ROG Phone 9 Pro gets an optical in-display fingerprint scanner as well as face unlock. Both unlocking options work well with great accuracy, but we did opt for just fingerprint recognition throughout our testing. All in all, as far as smartphone displays in combination with stereo speakers go, the ones in the ROG Phone 9 Pro are pretty sweet. While gaming remains the focus of this device, it's worth noting that ASUS has stepped up its camera game this year with a 50-megapixel main sensor that gets an aperture of f1.9, gimbal OIS and PDAF, a 32-megapixel telephoto sensor that works as the 3x optical zoom and also gets OIS and PDAF, and a 13-megapixel ultra-wide sensor. We've definitely seen some improvement when it comes to its night mode, allowing for clearer low-light shots. And the 32-megapixel selfie camera here in front is pretty good and can even be used for game streaming if you're into that. While it won't compete with dedicated camera phones, the ROG Phone 9 Pro holds its own in everyday photography situations. Just take a look at some more of our sample shots. The ROG Phone 9 Pro can record videos at up to 8K at 30 frames per second, with support for 4K at 30, 60, and even 120 frames per second slow-mo, and even 1080p or Full HD at up to 480 frames per second slow motion. It's also worth noting that when recording in 8K, we can only use the main camera, and in 4K, we lose access to the ultra-wide sensor. And with the selfie camera, we can only record videos at up to Full HD or 1080p at 30 frames per second. Video stabilization modes also get some improvements, with only adaptive stabilization available in 4K and 8K recording formats, and hyper steady capped at Full HD capture. Obviously, these are electronic stabilization features which result in some sort of a crop. We can't expect the biggest crop with hyper steady mode. But another quirky thing here is we can even use the air triggers as shutter buttons for recording video or capturing photos, which is toggleable in the camera app settings. For software, the ROG Phone 9 Pro runs on the latest Android 15 out of the box, tuned with some ROG Phone-centric features. What's cool here is end users can decide if they want to go for a more fully stock Android experience or an ASUS optimized one by digging into system preferences found in settings. In this menu, we can choose between native and ASUS versions of stuff like volume control, incoming calls, clock appearance, and the quick settings panel, to name most. In the spirit of 2025, the ROG Phone 9 series also gets some new AI features like AI wallpaper. There's also AI transcription, where we can get subtitles on our screens for virtually any app playing some dialogue. There's also AI call translator for easier cross-language conversations over the phone, which is still in beta, so no Filipino language settings just yet. Armory Crate and Game Genie also make a comeback here. The Armory Crate is the central app for both ROG computers and smartphones, where users get all access to gaming-oriented features. On the phone, we get access to our game or app optimization settings within the Game Library tab. In the Console tab, we get get a visual representation of how our hardware is performing, and access to the three main performance modes. That's X mode, dynamic, and ultra durable. We also get access to anime vision and air trigger settings like we mentioned earlier, and all our Game Genie settings. Game Genie is the ROG phone's game overlay, which provides users with real-time hardware info and useful quick access tools intended to improve the mobile gaming experience. It's basically a HUD for when you play games on the phone, which we can get access to by swiping from the top left corner of the phone. Either way, here's a list of all the Game Genie features found from the ROG Phone 9 Pro. If you guys have any questions regarding any of them, drop it down in the comments section and we'll do our best to answer them there. In terms of software support, ASUS has promised us 2 major Android upgrades, which does seem like a letdown for software longevity, but in our opinion, it shouldn't really be the biggest issue considering how many useful and customizable features the phone already offers out of the box. At the heart of the ROG Phone 9 Pro is the Snapdragon 8 Elite. It's the third phone with a 3nm chipset from Qualcomm we reviewed in 2025. Configured with up to 24GB of LPDDR5X memory and 1TB of UFS 4 internal storage, our review unit is actually the ROG Phone 9 Pro Edition. Bear with me here. But based off ASUS's official product listing, the difference between the ROG 9 Pro and the ROG 9 Pro Edition is its configuration. That's 16GB of RAM and 512GB of internal storage for the ROG 9 Pro, not to be confused with the standard ROG 9 non-Pro variants. Either way, the Snapdragon 8 Elite in combination with our unit's Pro Edition configuration results in some serious smartphone heat. So whether we're running Genshin Impact in its default highest graphics settings set to 60 frames per second, or have 69 Chrome tabs open while watching something on Netflix or Spotify, or even just utilizing Android Auto, the ASUS ROG 9 Pro Edition can handle it and provide us with a mostly hassle-free experience. It's also worth noting that we also get specific AI features when it comes to gaming, like somewhat having an assistant to help you do in-game tasks like auto-selecting the skill upgrades for your hero in Mobile Legends, and even being able to copy-paste text from inside the games we play. And we also think it's worth noting that if your Game Genie software isn't working, all you guys have to do is go into app settings, make sure system apps is checked so you can see Game Genie. If you're not showing your system apps, you won't be able to see Game Genie on the list. So once you see it, tap it, clear data or clear cache, and then restart any game that utilizes Game Genie. So that's probably all the games, and it should be working then. That's kind of like what we had to do after this software update. So yeah. Those of you interested in our benchmark scores should keep in mind that we ran all of them in X mode. Here they are. Those of you interested in a more in-depth look at benchmark scores in the other performance modes can check out our dedicated gaming video over here. Powering the ROG Phone 9 Pro is a 5800 mAh dual cell battery that can last a whole day, especially when utilizing the ultra durable performance mode. But hey, dynamic mode did fare pretty okay in my testing as well. For charging rates, we get a 65-watt wired fast charging brick in the box. We can juice up the flagship phone to full in under 50 minutes. There's also 15 watts of wireless charging and 10 watts of reverse wired charging to add to the phone's charging versatility. We are getting wireless chargers in most new cars nowadays, so it would kinda suck if you had a car like that and your phone did not have any wireless charging, don't you think? But what's cool here is bypass charging 2.0, which allows the device to draw power directly from the charger without heating the battery, which can definitely prove very useful when clocking in those extended mobile gaming sessions while plugged into a wall outlet. When it came to our PC Mark Work 3.0 battery tests, we initially ran it in X mode, which gave us a surprising score of 10 hours and 12 minutes, which we thought was very weird considering the Snapdragon 8 Elite is known to be a lot more power efficient, and the fact that it was a way lower result compared to last year's ROG Phone 8 Pro, something was up. So we ran the test again in dynamic mode and got 20 hours out of the ROG Phone 9 Pro, finally meeting our expectations. So I guess it's safe to say that when it comes to battery life, it's not really an issue for the ROG Phone 9 Pro edition. Connectivity options we haven't mentioned include Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 5.4, and NFC. The ROG Phone 9 Pro also gets eSIM support, which also supports dual SIM while utilizing one of the physical nano SIM slots, probably SIM slot 1. GPS capabilities include Nav-IC, GLONASS, QZSS, BDS, and Galileo for precise positioning. And finally, jumping into accessories. An obvious standout with any ROG phone generation is the AeroActive Cooler. This iteration is dubbed as the AeroActive Cooler X Pro. Just like last year's, it gives us 2 extra mappable trigger buttons, but this time the built-in subwoofer from 2 generations ago makes a return, providing us, the end users, with a 2.1 channel audio system for better audio immersion, apart from cooler thermals. Attaching the cooler also gives us a 4th performance mode dubbed as X Mode Plus for an even higher overclock, providing extra sauce for heavy gaming. And yes, the cooler also still works as a stand for the phone itself and can also be used with the open back case in the box. Like I mentioned earlier, our review kit also came with a 3rd ROG Chill Case, which is a predominantly hard plastic case that obstructs the rear mini LEDs in sacrifice for a liquid cooling system, which is integrated into the case. It does so by also utilizing a composite vapor chamber, effectively reducing temperatures by 17%. At the same time, this very case also redirects the bottom-firing stereo speakers to face front, essentially providing dual front-facing stereo speakers, which is pretty nice. But the last thing to mention before moving on is this ROG Tessen game controller accessory, which is sold separately, just like the Chill Case. ROG Tessen is an accessory that pretty much turns the ROG Phone 9 Pro into a dedicated handheld gaming console, providing users with 2 joysticks, a D-pad, and mappable controller buttons, as well as 2 macro triggers here at the rear. What's nice here is that the ROG Tessen accessory can actually be used with other Android phones for those who dig the accessory but don't actually want to buy an ROG phone. In conclusion, the ASUS ROG Phone 9 Pro is undoubtedly one of, if not the best flagship gaming smartphone of 2025, excelling in performance, multimedia consumption, battery life, thermal cooling, and gaming-centric features. While the camera performance and the phone's weight might not appeal to everybody, its gaming prowess is still unmatched. So if you're a serious mobile gamer, this is the device to beat. However, if you want a more balanced smartphone for everyday use, other flagships might offer better versatility. Either way, one thing is for sure. The ROG Phone 9 Pro can definitely compete with those very flagships and cements itself as one of the top 5 options to choose from. For those of you interested in local pricing and availability, that information can be found in the description box and pinned in the comment section below. So, what do you guys think of the ASUS ROG Phone 9 Pro edition? Let us know in the comment section. And like always, if you enjoyed this video, found it informative, helpful, educational, and maybe even a little bit fun, be sure to smack that like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and hit that bell icon so you get notified of our future uploads. Be sure to visit yugatech.com and follow us on all our social media platforms. That's Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok for the latest tech news and reviews. Once again, this was the ROG Phone 9 Pro, and I'm Miguel, and I'll see ya in the next one. Cheers.